Start sharing.
All right.
Oh,
I want
ha!
to see all this. I don't want to create an ad. Ah, there we are.
Sure you do. You know you do. Just do it.
Mute. I'm on Facebook. Where's my share? I want to let me share. Ah, there's a share button. Share via. No, I don't want to share via. I want to share it, period.
You want to share via?
Okay,
Share via.
it's got
Maybe
me as
via
me.
via wants to be shared.
More options. Well, it used to say share public. Now it won't let me. I can't. It's the only thing will give me a share via. Send in an app. Why won't wait? Oh well. Will it let me like us? Oh goody, I can love us. Yay. But I can't share via. Share via. I don't know what a share via is. More options. More options. I'm just following buttons.
Push, 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 push.
Yeah, but it's not giving me any sharesies at all.
Sure.
Penile cranium. Hello, room.
Cranium, huh?
My room. Nope, I guess I ought to
Think
go
about
in.
cranium.
Oh, there's us a livid. Mute. Off. Mute.
Ah.
Mute. Hello, room. Oh, cool. We was live a minute ago. Commented on by me. Hello, room.
We's live. Yes, we's live.
Now I can share.
Now you're huffing and puffing. What happened?
It let me share.
Oh, how dare it.
I'm a campy. Hey, Keninzi. Hello, buddy.
Ooh, look at Kenzie decided to show up. Isn't that sweet? All right, ready for music?
Music is baby. I like her music.
Oh, God. What did Kenzie say? Does the room say hello back?
Well, it depends on how much you drink, whether you've been in California or Oregon, where, they have those things that make the rooms talk back.
Yeah, that's true. It waits for you to come in and it goes, hello, Kenzie.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, I saw that in the paper today where California is going to put off until next year instead of this year authorizing psychedelics.
Rocky says, I'm here for the booze.
Ooh.
Are you off yet, Rocky? Can you drink?
She's been, I think, wasn't today her last day?
Was it today was the last day or this week was the last day? I couldn't calculate it.
You don't remember?
Plus they record a couple of days beforehand. So was she in
Yeah, but
reference
I think they
to
were having
from?
issues and they recorded late last night for today.
Oh, okay.
I do believe. I think. I'm only speculating, but that's my understanding.
So are you at work right
Yes.
now, or are you off already and done and you're free?
She's ready for the booze, baby. Yeah, see, it's her last day there. She's got
Not going in
4:30.
tomorrow.
That makes it 5, about an
Yay!
hour.
Not going in
There's
tomorrow.
about an hour and a half left, ish, if I remember right. Take or give a little bit.
Lord.
Yes, they happen. So how's your day been, or week, or month, or how's your day?
I need a vacation from last weekend, to be quite honest.
You did some great picture taking, and I took my camera and I shot nowhere near as many photos as you did with your telephone. That's amazing. And they're good pics.
I just did that.
I had quite a few people comment that I was looking pretty good in those shots that you got of me, and it's like, I still look fat. Well, because I am, but I mean, I see it. Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever.
It was fun. Now the tower with the blue light on it there around the corner. You remember when we walked up around the corner and you shot, and then we came across the street and we shot it?
Green light.
Yeah, the green light up at the top. That thing came out looking really good.
Thank you. Rocky said Rocky worked from 5 a.m. to 2 today. You must be tired. You need a drink.
Yep, it's cerveza time.
Hi, Jen.
Cervezas. Hi,
Hi,
Jen.
Jen. Yeah, it's been I feel like I've been playing catch up all week. Monday, my new couch came, so I had to get my old couch out and clean the floors and everything, and get everything ready for the new couch to come in, and
right.
And then all week long, I've just been catch up, trying to, get work done.
Get caught up.
Yeah. So
well, that's understandable. It takes time.
Been kind of a weird day. A weird
well,
week.
You've got 28 days to get it together until we start all over again.
Yeah.
Tie-dye fest. It's that close. 28 days.
I wish I could take a whole week off, and then at least I could rest while I'm there, and then come home and be ready.
Oh, because if we take the camping spot like we had last year, right along the river runs right behind it. It's all nice and calm, and you hear the rustling of the water, and it's real peaceful.
Huh.
And then you have people truckling up and down the road all night. So,
yeah, I don't know. I just, like I said, what am I looking at?
28
how
days.
How many hours was it from where we were to your home?
Only 41 more minutes.
So I'm looking at 5.5 hours?
No, it only took you 3.5 to get there.
Yeah, it was about 3.5.
Yeah. So you're looking at, 4. It's only 41 more miles.
Yeah. Okay.
It's real close.
All I know is that was a drive from hell. All the way there, it was crappy traffic, and all the way home, it was raining.
Oh, goody. You had the best of both worlds. But it's a nice new car, and it rode well, and you had everything,
I know.
You were styling and safe and just jamming.
I was styling and profiling. Sean, what's up?
Don't drop the phone unless it floats. It's not like dropping the soap. Keep the phone.
Looks like everybody's having a drink.
Okay. Prost.
What are you drinking today?
Cervezas.
Okay.
I poured those hold that's a half liter. It'll hold 2 regular beers basically in a swallow.
I'm drinking water.
Water's good for you.
Yeah.
Whatever weight I lost over the last week and mowing and working in the hot sweltery outside, I'm sure I put it all back on today.
I gained
grazing
2
from
pounds.
one end of the house to the other.
I gained 2 pounds while we were there, and I'm down 3 now.
Oh, very good. I know where they went. I found them.
And
Jen's drinking water with
for
you.
anybody that has any question about it, we will not be doing any coffee enemas on the show today. So there you go.
Or tomorrow, or on
or
Thursday,
ever.
or on
ever.
Hanukkah, or no.
or ever. So I got me a new toy. I don't know how many of y'all watch Rocky and Ron. So
You mean Abnormal Realities that comes on at 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday?
Yep. So
on Mojo 50.
Me and Beaver, Holly, both ordered the one that Rocky suggested us to get. So I'm getting ready for when I can talk him into going down to Savannah. Because I want him to go
I keep trying to talk him into come out up here to Bell Witch, which is the same place the Tie-Dye Fest is at. Bell Witch Cave is right there across the street.
Caves. Yeah, I've been in there. It's been like, well, let's see. My oldest son's almost 40, and he was a baby, or I don't even think he was born then. So like 81.
So he was made in the cave, huh? Okay,
No. It's like 80, 81, somewhere around there. We did one of those little tours where they take you into the cave and stuff, but I didn't know it was haunted. I was just there for the stalactites and stalagmites and,
I haven't been in Bell Witch, and I live right down the street, but it's like privately owned, and you have to, get their permission to go in. So there's stalagmites and stalactites, and I thought it was just a
I think there
cut
were
out,
some back then.
about 40 foot long or something.
Back then, I could have swore there were some, but I don't know. I mean, it's been that long.
Right.
Kinsey said he got the enema converted. He outsourced it.
Ooh. Well, his compadre in crime half the time, 1 inch big country. What's his favorite line? About a screen door and not leaving a stain.
Kinsey. Not him.
Oh, I have it in my promo for
but
you can't.
You can't play it because nobody's gonna be able to hear it.
No, but I can forward it to you. Okay,
yeah,
so
you
let me cross over
me.
here about 17, 18, 19, 20, 7, 8 tabs. And find one each Keninsey. And if he said, there's a Keninsey. Nope, I don't see it yet there, brother.
Huh.
Or is that the one from earlier? Okay, hang on. Scroll up. Let me forward. Or reply.
I'm curious to hear what it sounds like.
Oh, it's cute. All right. I'm waiting for buttons to clear. It's flashing at me. Yes. I want to tag.
Facebook doesn't like us today.
Oh, no. It has been a royal pain in the derriere. Kinsey, if you've got Jamie, it'd probably be quicker for you to send it to her straight. Okay, because I'm still looking at the thing flashing.
On behalf.
Oops. Sorry.
What is normal anyway? Nothing but a setting on the washing machine. Abnormal Realities, weekdays, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Prison inmates were used as test subjects in an experiment designed to test the effects of radiation on testicles.
No! God, please, no!
130 inmates willingly agreed to participate in the experiments conducted by the University of Washington on behalf of the United States government.
They were zapped with over 400 rads in their nads. It just came to me right there.
Rads in the nads, rads in the nads, baby. Come on, what?
Sometimes I scare myself. I'm so good.
Dude, I think you should have been a rapper for a living.
I couldn't help myself.
It registered a rhyme, and you saw him go with it.
Right?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. I got chills.
Abnormal Realities with Ron and Rocky.
I laugh every time they play that commercial. I laugh my butt off. I had so much fun with you also in Nashville, Sean.
Rads in the nads.
Rads in the nads. It was nice. It was nice getting to meet Bobby. Now she's
Very
real.
So.
It's like, I'm not saying she wasn't real before, but she's a real person. I actually met her. So that changes things,
So are you implying that she was a pigment of his imagination at one point? Or
No,
could
because I
have
heard
been?
her in the background. But, it's like you talk to people online and stuff like that, and they aren't real until you really meet them.
Right. You know how those basements are. They can be real deceiving.
That is very true. Poor Rocky, she is exhausted, and she's having some wine. Hey, we're actually going to try to get a thing down in Florida, so Miss Rocky and Miss Jen can show their happy little faces.
True.
Yeah.
So shall we kick this little puppy off and do my thing you do?
Do it.
Yeehaw. Get the mariachis queued up. All right, boys. Good evening, my fellow ain't you peachers? Happy Saturday evening. It's the 240th day with 125 remaining in 2021. But, see, I should have checked that before we did it. See, Rocky, my cartwheel did the same thing there. I hit the button and it went, yeah, Finorcchio. Now, let's try that again. Installing audio. Thank you. Installing audio. I love technology. It's kind of like his coffee enema. Come on.
Well, at least you're not screaming and crying like a little bitch.
Episode of Jeopardy where it's not going to. It's sitting there. Okay, so it's the 240th day, 125 in 2021. Bam, 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 bam. Everybody hears it in their head. And today is Rainbow Bridge Remembrance Day. That sets aside a day to remember the pet companions we've lost. The death of a pet, whether furry, feathered, common variety, is felt deeply. They become family and familiar and part of our lives. Mourning their death is different for everyone, and the observance provides a way to help heal the ache of the loss. And I'm still perturbed at it's halfway in the middle. It's perturbed.
I hope mine
Why
doesn't
isn't my
screw up
cartwheel working? Isn't it amazing how technology just makes one go, Finorcchio. Oh, there it is now. Hey, now it's going. That's for 2021. Little late. Thank you. Kind of feel like Matt Holloway now. Let's see. The critters croak.
Just do us a favor. Don't start screaming and crying like he does, too. I love you, Matt.
Promise. No, to pieces. It's National Thoughtful Day, and that wasn't. No, I'm kidding. And it sets aside a celebration meant to bring goodwill in a variety of ways. By serving the day with the spirit of generosity towards other, a ripple effect takes place. And many times, those special people in our lives will reciprocate in kind. It kind of reminds me of our friend Beaver and Showers. I'm not sure. While it's usually not expected, when you're being thoughtful, it tends to happen anyway. That shower thing got to me. Yeah. It's National Red Wine Day. Here you go. Here you go, Miss Rocky. It's National Red Wine Day. That affords us the opportunity to taste and learn about Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Pinot Noir. I have a hard time saying that word. Port and Syrah.
Too much like peanut
varieties. No, peanut butter I can get out just fine. Thank you very little.
Just call it
Red wine varietals produce deep ruby reds as well as subtle ambers and browns. I guess that's after you've had 6 or 7 glasses. You go that way. And their beautiful colors hint at the coming change of the season. Don't fear the red either. Even if you prefer sweeter wine, there's a red for you. Also, it blends offer a way to enjoy the best of both wine worlds. And don't fret, red wine pairs well with salad, steak, dessert, and so much more. kind of like whipped cream, I guess. It's National Power Rangers Day, and that officially recognizes the original teenagers with attitude, Wally and the Beaver, no, and celebrates all things Power Rangers. In 1993, 5 ordinary teenagers exploded on the pulp culture scene with the launch of the mighty Morphin Power Rangers. They defeated evil by demonstrating teamwork, inclusivity, and diversity to people of all ages. Today, this grand tradition continues as the Rangers team's new generations of fans discover those essential values again. It's National Bow Tie Day. The Croatian mercenaries during the Persian Wars of the 17th century were the originators of the bow tie. And the bow tie consists of a scarf around the neck to hold together the shirts, using the name cravat, which derived from the French word carotte. The upper class in French soon adopted this idea. And they all grow ties now. It's National Cherry Turnover Day. Roll her over, sweet thing. Cherry turnovers are a pastry made by placing cherry filling on a piece of dough. I don't know how much money it is, probably $20, same as downtown. The dough is folded over and sealed, and then the individual turnovers are baked or deep fried for a golden and flaky crust. A turnover, a single serving. They fit nicely in the hand, making them portable. Another name for turnover is hand pie. However, we recommend a fork and plate when eating them piping hot. It's day 531 of 14 to flatten the curve. Thank you, Liberty Lighthouse. They'll be on in a couple of hours on Mojo 50. I was going to be an optometrist, but I couldn't see things clearly. I know, that's so bad. They are just so awfully terrible. But what can one do? I'm addicted to pain and misery.
Obviously. Obviously.
Yes, because we get those every morning.
Oh,
I had somebody send me a note, was it yesterday morning or this morning, going, every time I read those, I do it in your voice. And it's like, how sweet.
All right, so
shall we read?
What are we on? Oh, things that people think are true that aren't true,
Ooh, right. I have some of those today too.
Yeah.
Ooh, and we all rhymed. Isn't that amazing?
So we'll start with Antarctica.
The frozen tundra.
People have a misconception that Antarctica does not have time zones. So
probably has a whole bunch of them because it's at the bottom of the world. Hey, Mike.
Well, actually, and this kind of goes along with my other theory that I've been talking to you about. If you can explain this to me, how it's in one spot and has 9 time zones.
Okay, it's because it touches a whole bunch of other, or faces a whole bunch of different other parts of the globe.
Yeah.
Globe.
But it has 9 time zones, but we won't go into that. Okay, Statue of Liberty is in New York.
No, it's in the water outside of somewhere, isn't it?
It is.
This is your story.
New York's 8th Congressional District. The island resides. The island that it's on. Is in New Jersey's part of the water.
Right. I believe that.
But people think it's in New York. The Nile, okay, this was on the ones that I did last week about the Nile being the world's longest river, which is totally not true.
No, because the other one's bigger.
The Amazon River beats out the Nile by, let's see, the Nile is 4,300, no, Amazon is 4,345 miles, and the Nile is 4,258.
It's a longer
Mississippi River is the longest river in the U.S. Now,
Okay.
that was also on last week's. Remember?
It's the longest to spell too. Oh, that's right. Linda's at the luau. She says it's going great. Well, get laid for us, honey.
The longest is actually the Missouri River. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
2,341 miles. It's 139 miles longer than the Mississippi.
And you guys say size doesn't matter.
And I think this one was on, I think a lot of these were on my other thing. Maine is our easternmost state. It's actually Alaska. Alaska is the easternmost state.
Even though it's on the right hand or left hand
Because
side of
it
the...
has to do with the 180th meridian.
Correct.
So, yeah.
It's farther
Florida,
that away than that away.
They say Florida is the southernmost state, right?
Mm,
Hawaii.
I don't know. Is Florida lower down than... Yeah, you'd have to throw it on an atlas and put a ruler on it.
Hawaii is... Because Florida reaches the southernmost continental point, but Hawaii reaches the 21st latitude.
Okay, so it's farther south than Florida.
Right.
Okay. That makes sense.
All 50 states have daylight savings. I thought everybody kind of knew this, though, with Arizona and that line that they don't recognize, daylight savings time. I thought everybody knew that.
And they have a petition to do away with that. I saw online.
Yeah, I've heard that. Mount Whitney is the highest mountain in the U.S.
No, I think McKinley is.
The tallest is Denali, formerly McKinley. Denali, sorry. Formerly Mount McKinley.
Okay.
Route 66 is our longest highway. See, I always thought that too, because doesn't it go up and then it goes over, right?
Well, 41 goes all the way from Chicago to Florida, so I'd probably say 41 maybe.
Let's see. Route 66, modern equivalent, I-40, pales next to Route 20. Route 20 runs 3,365 miles from Boston to Newport, Oregon.
Oh, it goes all the way across the country then.
Florida
Why don't they use that one for the gumball rally then?
I know, right? Florida has the longest coastline of any state.
No, doesn't it belong to Alaska? Doesn't Alaska have the most coastline?
Yep. Let's see. Alaska has 6,640 miles compared to 1,350 in Florida. Alaska has the smallest population of the 50 states, which I always heard that too. I always thought it did too, because so much of it is
like Wisconsin or Nebraska, one of the northern Midwest states. Don't they have less bodies? Maybe it's Wyoming, something like that.
Well, I just always thought because, Alaska is so the forestry, there's a lot of
they have so much wide open spaces.
Right. It says Vermont. Let's see. Wait. Wyoming has the fewest residents, just below 586,000. That's number 50. Vermont comes after that with 625,000, while Alaska is 48, having 742 residents.
Okay.
I did not know that. The world's
Like
longest bridge is the Verrazano Narrows, which is gateway to the New York Harbor.
Okay.
It's apparently the Danyang Kushan Grand Bridge in Beijing. In China. How's that? It's 102 miles
nailed
long.
it like hashtag nailed it like a native. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Where's Mikey when I need him?
He's in the other
Orlando.
room.
Orlando is the capital of Florida.
Orlando is?
That's what people think. People think Orlando is the capital. It's actually Tallahassee.
Augusta, isn't it?
Well, let's see. Kind of fun. The South Pole. The
Vernonzo.
South Pole is in Antarctica.
Right.
You think that?
Is it the South Pole is in Antarctica?
That's what
Or
people
Arctica?
think. People think it's in Antarctica.
No.
Antarctica.
No, that's Norte.
No? You think? Let's see. Still reading. Sorry.
And it's even in English.
Oh, you hush. Okay, so it has to do with the magnetic South Pole.
Right.
There are four.
Which is over around New Zealand.
There are actually 4 South Poles on the continent. The geographic South Pole, where the Earth's axis intersects the Earth's crust. The inaccessible South Pole, where Antarctica is furthest from the shoreline. The geomagnetic South Pole, where the geomagnetic field intersects the Earth's surface. And the magnetic South Pole, where the Earth's magnetic fields intersect the crust.
Okay.
So there's not one South Pole. Canada is the world's largest country. I never thought that.
No, I never thought Canada was the largest. Russia probably outweighs them, or if not, China does.
Russia has 6,602,000 square miles and has 10 time zones. Canada has 3,855,000 square miles with 6 time zones. Toronto is the capital of Canada.
Right.
Is that what you think?
Toronto? No, isn't it like Quebec or something?
Ottawa.
Ottawa?
Africa is a country.
How about a continent?
It's a continent, but people think that it's a country. Like, yeah.
Like South America is a country?
Right. People think that Africa is actually a country.
Oh, cool.
I learned that when my son was in Dubai, because you got part of that whole area where all like Afghanistan and all that stuff is. Part of it's Asia and part
Northern
of it's
Africa.
Right.
Right.
Holland is a country.
I'm sorry?
Holland is a country.
Well, let's see. I've been to Holland, so yeah, pretty much.
Oh, well, actually, people use Holland and the Netherlands. They kind of mix them. You know what I'm saying? The Netherlands has 12 provinces, which include North Holland and South Holland. It's part of the Netherlands.
Right, which is a whole group of countries all conglomerated there
Holland
together.
isn't a country. It's just a province.
Yeah, well.
Like a state.
They have their own money. They have their own checkpoint at the border.
Yeah. And they have their own language. They don't all speak the same.
It's like Liechtenstein is a country. It's not no bigger than a postage stamp, but it's still a country.
Puerto Rico is a country.
No, it's a territory.
You know how many people think Puerto Rico is a country, though? I mean,
you could call it the 52nd state.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
because you got DC is the 51st, and then Puerto Rico is the 52nd, and Alberta is the 53rd.
But people look at it like it's a country, like Mexico or Guatemala or Nicaraguan or something like that. That it's a country.
Okay.
And they don't realize that it's not. It's a territory of the United States. So,
It'd be part of us.
it just cracks me up that people think that. Sydney, the capital of Australia.
No, isn't it Perth?
Canberra. Or Canberra. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Canberra. And that is all I have.
Well, in that case, allow me to take over. I was doing interesting facts about the USA.
Huh?
We're like at, I don't know, 57-ish out of the 73 that there are. So there's only, 20-something to go. Let's see, the American Civil War happened between 1861 and 1865. That sounds good. When the United States and 11 southern states, that'd be South Carolina, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, Texas, Virginia, Arkansas, and Tennessee, and North Carolina. They left the Union and formed the Confederate States. And the war happened during the presidency of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th president of the U.S. Lincoln was the candidate of the explicitly anti-slavery Republican Party. Explicitly anti-slavery. Amazing that. And Democrats hate us. Soon after his election as the president of the nation, 7 southern states organized as the Confederate States of America. More than 3 million Union and Confederate soldiers fought during the Civil War. The war was essentially fought to abolish slavery in the region. If you think of it like most people, it was over states' rights. But hey, that's a fight for another day. The U.S. also shares maritime borders with, here you go, Russia, Cuba, and the Bahamas. We got lots of space. Did you know there are 50 states in the United States of America and not 52? There are various myths that there are 52 and not 50. The U.S. flag has 50 stars on it, representing a state in the Union. Oh, man, I love the people that write these things. I wish the drugs they do, they would share. Let's see. The first
School is screwing our kids' heads up.
I hear you. I definitely do. This one is, everybody knows this. It's got to be Henry. The first moving assembly line for mass production of an entire automobile was installed in America by the legendary businessman and industrialist
Ford.
Very good, Mr. Henry. Let's see. The Watergate scandal emerged in June 17th of 1972 when several burglars, while attempting to steal important documents and wiretapping phones, were arrested in the office of the Democratic National Committee located in the D.C. area. The conspiracy was linked with the then President Nixon when he was running for re-election. In August of 74, Nixon resigned after his role in the conspiracy was revealed. So he hung in there for 2 years. Let's see. I don't remember him getting caught in the building. I thought they found the bugs and then they traced it back.
Yeah, they found the bugs and they traced it back to him.
Yeah, see, so that's
it was some, little people that he sent in to.
Yeah. And then Woodward and Bernstein found them out. They did their investigative reporting.
Right.
All right. Number 62. Did you know that more than 3 million people, including 58,000 Americans were killed in the Vietnam War? That sounds about right. The war happened due to the conflict between North Vietnam and South Vietnam. The United States supported the South Vietnam during the war, which they unfortunately lost. Boy, people that write this. Number 63, Apple Computer launched its Macintosh computer in 1984. The company is today valued at more than $1 trillion, becoming the second publicly traded company to reach that mark. The first company to cross the 1 trillion value was the oil giant Petco China, which crossed the mark in 2007. However, for a brief period, evidently they lost that title. Let's see. The United States is the largest producer of nuclear power, while France, France has the largest share of electricity generated by nuclear power. Okay, we make more, but they use more of it. Maybe we send it over there on a wire. Number 65, the U.S. has 99 operating commercial nuclear reactors at 61 nuclear power plants in 30 states. On an average, these nuclear reactors are 37 years old. Oh boy. The oldest of these began its commercial operation in December of 1969. Illinois has a reactor, Illinois has more reactors than any other state, with 11 reactors and 6 plants. And the largest of these reactors is located in Mississippi.
Okay, so we have.
Now, how can.
It shows that Georgia has 440
nuclear reactors?
What Georgia Power's website says.
Hey, what do I know? I'm just reading this thing.
It
Could be
says-
old data. Hey, here's somebody we've never heard about before. According to the CDC, 1 in every 4 deaths in the United States is due to COVID. Oh, no, excuse me, heart attack here. They have heart attack written. Every year in America, about 735,000 people have a heart attack. Wow. Let's see. Did you know that the foreign motor vehicle manufacturing companies are manufacturing more cars and trucks in the United States than that of all the other U.S. automobile manufacturing companies combined? Wow. So there's more foreign companies making cars here than we are. Amazing. Did you know that the United States has sent athletes to every modern Olympic Games except 1980? Well, yeah, that's when we boycotted the Soviet Olympics, wasn't it? Let's see. Except the 1980 Olympics, during which it led a boycott. Yep. Note that in the Summer Olympics between 1896 and 2018, the U.S. has won the most number of medals than any other nation. Hoorah, America. Hoorah, America. Let's see. Number 70. Did you know that there are at least 5,000 aircraft in the skies over the U.S. territory at any given time? And these aircraft are handled by 521 air traffic control towers with a combined working strength of 14,050 air traffic controllers. Wow, that's a lot of bodies. The U.S. is one of the most ethically diverse and multicultural nations. Well, I believe that one. Number 72, at 33.4%, the U.S. holds the world's largest share of the wealth. Sorry.
I was like, what?
Yeah, let's try that again in Swahili. At 33.4%, the U.S. holds the world's largest share of wealth. There we go. I got it out that time.
Amazingly, I thought China had already beat us, or they just like right below us, because I had heard something about China was trying to be above us.
They may have. This could be old data. And number 73, amazingly, 100 acres of pizza are served in the U.S. every single day.
I believe it.
100 acres of pizza. Okay.
Just drive down the road and see how many pizza delivery cars you pass in the evening.
True. And then they've got a lot of other silly facts. Natural resources, coal, copper, lead, molybdenum, phosphates, rare earth elements, uranium, bauxite, gold, iron, mercury, nickel, potash. Wow, they get all them stoners to save their ashes. Silver, tungsten, zinc, petroleum, natural gas, timber, and arable land. Let's see, agricultural land, we're at 44.5%, not quite half. Birth rate is 12.5 per 1,000 of the population, but that's a 2017 estimate. I'd hate to be the one that gets that half kid. Martha, we got half a bob. Let's see, the expiration rate is 8.2 per thousand, and that was in 17. The ratio back again as of 17, there were 0.097 males and what? Oh, there were 0.79 males to every female, I'm guessing. It says 0.97 males / female. So there was almost one dude to one chick. Wow. Colors
Almost
red, white, and
one-
blue.
That does not add up.
Yeah, I know. It's their figures.
It's more like 2 or 3
let's
girls to every guy.
Isn't that what the Beach Boys said?
I know, right?
2 girls to every guy. Yeah, I can't sing.
Yep, there you go.
Well, no, and this is from 21. This last updated July 6th, 2021.
Well, I know I saw something where they weren't over us yet, but they're like teetering with us. You know what I mean?
Could be. Could very
But
well
then
be.
remember, when Trump tried to kill all the import and export going to China,
Right.
that had something to do with it. So
That could be. That could have brought our trade deficit down considerably.
yeah. Oh, okay. So,
Let's see. The U.S. is the 4th spot among the countries with the most number of internet users. China leads the tally with
I believe
a
it.
huge margin, followed by European Union.
They're all up on that tech stuff. Over there, it's like all techie.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Man.
Okay, I'm closing that page out. I don't think there's any more data on that I can milk.
Okay, let's see how smart everybody is when it comes to history. Y'all ready to play a little game?
Oh, baby.
So we'll
Take out
see.
the twister and the rubber sheets.
We'll see who answers these questions correctly.
Hey, Kathy.
Okay, so first question is, who fought in the French and Indian War?
Oh, how about the French and Indians? But that's only a guess.
No. Anybody got a guess as to who was actually fighting in the French and Indian War?
Let's see. That would have been the Mohawks and the was it Harris Fur Trading Company or Harrison Fur Trading Company?
No. Okay, so it's also known as the 7-Year War. The conflict involved French and British fighting over North American land rights. It had nothing to do with the Indians. It was the French fighting the British to get the rights.
Yes, but they were using the Indians to fight with.
Yeah, I know, but the war was between the French and the British, not the Indians.
Yes, but they gathered the Indians to use as soldiers.
Oh. Okay, question number 2. Who discovered America?
Leif Erikson.
Who?
Leif Erikson.
Leif Eric. Who in the hell?
You don't know who Leif Erikson is? He's a
No.
Viking.
No. Okay, so the Native Americans arrived in America 23,000 years ago, according to this.
Okay.
So, the first Europeans to arrive that everybody focuses on is Christopher Columbus. But he still can't claim that. About 400 years before Columbus sailed the ocean blue, Leif Erikson landed in Canada. And people try to say that it didn't count because it was Canada and not the United States. Columbus didn't set foot on any of the 50 states in his 4 trips either, only Caribbean islands in Central and South America. Other Spanish explorers were first to arrive in now the United States. So Christopher Columbus wasn't first. Okay, question number 3. When was the Declaration of Independence signed?
1776, when it was ratified.
Well, we celebrated on the 4th of July, which is what everybody thinks that.
That was the last signing of it.
Right. It was signed originally on the 2nd, and then 2 days later, they had the final draft and everything else, and they completed and approved it by Congress. So it was July 4th was when it was completed, but July 2nd was when it was actually originally signed.
Right, but it took time.
What does the D stand for in D-Day?
What is who? What?
D in D-Day. What does the D stand for?
Demarcation.
It doesn't stand for anything, despite claims that it stands for deliverance or doom. H hour, I've never heard of H hour, is referred to the time the fighting began.
Right.
Like D1 meant day after D-Day, while H2 meant 2 hours before the action. But the D doesn't mean anything. When was Russia's Red October Revolution?
1817.
1917, which is what established the Soviet regime, occurred on November 7th.
Oh, it was close.
Um,
Missed it by only 100 years.
And they were using the Julian Julian calendar, which marked the date as October the 25th. So I've never heard of the Julian calendar. So, who was the first?
You have it? There's Julian and Gregorian.
I've never heard of it. Who was the first to settle in what's now the United States? So now we're talking about the settlers. Who was the first to settle? I think this was actually, this was actually 2 weeks ago. You know, everybody thought that Jamestown was the original settlement.
Yeah, no, they were actually up the coast a ways, and then they came down, or they were down and went up, or whichever. Yeah,
they were down and went up. It was St. Augustine.
Right.
St. Augustine, Florida, was actually the first settlement. I'm in a little sheet here. When was the War of 1812? I've heard this one before.
Oh, I don't know. How about 1812?
The war between the United States and Great Britain and its allies didn't last 1 year. The fight continued from 1812 to February of 1815. So it wasn't 1812. 1812 is when it started, but it went for 2 more years.
Right.
Or no, 3 more years. Yeah, 3 more years. But everybody thinks that the War of 1812 was just 1812.
Oh, yeah, no.
Why did the Pilgrims come to America?
Religious persecution.
Well, that's what everybody
said.
said.
They were reformers. They wanted to bring the Protestant church here as compared to the Catholic church that they had there.
Well, the separatists fled the Netherlands to escape the laws. It had to do with the Church of England and the freedom, all that kind of stuff. So eventually they got money from investors to go to America where they could worship how they wanted to. So.
Correct.
Largest contiguous empire in history.
The Ottoman Empire.
Let's see. When Genghis Khan united Northeast Asian tribes formed the Mongolian Empire, he created an empire that would span 9.27 million square miles. This was in 1270. The British Empire owned a whopping 18.71 million square miles in 1920, but its territories were scattered all around the globe.
Right.
Who invented the automobile?
A French dude.
Yeah, it was a French inventor, Nicolas Joseph Cugnot. He created the.
He lost his nuts.
Yeah,
oh no.
he got rads in the nads. It was a steam-powered vehicle in 1769, but it couldn't go more than 3 miles per hour. Henry Ford wasn't the first to invent the gasoline-powered automobile. That was Carl Benz in 1886.
But Ford did make the assembly line for his Model A.
Right. Let's see. So he got the assembly line. Yeah, that's about all it says. Ran some olds in 1901. Ford's Model T dominated the market. Whoa!
Well, that was a quick show.
Well, the show's over. Y'all come
See
back
y'all
next week. Bye.
Thank you for listening.